kill flows, Nintendo Switch. I'm on some shit that's monumental, magical, artificial intelligence. Jotted down on scribes, the last of a dying breed. They wonder how I survived. Turpentine, turn the tide.
What's going on, everyone? This is your boy AshTheMan, and welcome to the video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Yasuke, the Netflix anime special. Is it good or bad? Now before we go ahead and dive into this video, just want to give a couple of announcements real quick. So first thing is that there's going to be some spoilers in this review. On my thoughts on this, I am definitely going to be diving into various things that happen in the anime to cover this review. So if you haven't watched that, I really do strongly go ahead and check it out and then click back on the video. It will definitely pick up where it left off. And secondly, I'm 4 subscribers away from being at 400, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and also leave a like and a comment on the video. Definitely appreciate it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and definitely dive into this. Now, Yasuke was first announced in the last quarter of 2020. The story behind Yasuke is very interesting, and I always thought the character was very interesting, especially when I started reading upon him when I was playing Neo 2. He was very interesting, and most of the people that I discuss anime with on a certain level definitely would agree as well. And on top of that, Netflix is picking up, so I was kind of hyped for it. Now that we got the anime, was it good or bad? Well, here's the story. We all know that Yasuke served under Oda Nobunaga, in which he served first as a servant and then he became a general later on. Nowadays, when you look at Yasuke and seeing like how his design was, I think the Netflix special really did capture the best. But after the events, after he served Oda Nobunaga death, he resides in a village where he's a drunken boatman. He helps a woman named Ichika and a child named Saki out to get to a village due to Saki's sickness. But then later on, they was later ambushed by 4 mercenaries that was hired by Abraham to capture Saki because of her powers awakening, and to try to make her devoted to the church where he can manipulate her powers, which is set up for a bigger plot. Now the mercenaries later on captured Yasuke, and which with the help of Saki, he was able to be released and both together kill Abraham. Now upon his trip to taking her to the village, it was later revealed that Ichika was to have her trained under another general who served under Nobunaga besides Yasuke, in which it was to help hone her powers and the reason behind her sickness. But it was later revealed that the Daishi pretty much wanted to capture Saki to use her powers to live longer, and which we found out that the Daishi is the person who was behind that dark army that was able to kill Nobunaga. But the Dark Lieutenant was sent after them. They had various fights, but through these various efforts and overcomes that they faced, they was able to kill the Daishi and was able to, save the day. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about this anime and some various details, like what's good and bad about it. Let's talk about the good and get that out the way. So first I gotta say is that the Yasuke design and position in the anime is really good. I thought the way that they did for him particularly was very awesome, like explaining his story, seeing his standpoint, and seeing him still battling his demons, being that there are some things that he faced conflict with when it came to serving under Nobunaga, like the whole prejudice things of him being a servant, coming a general, certain decisions he had to make that he's still battling to this day. I thought that was very interesting for Yasuke to really develop his character. He is probably like the one character that really stands forth of having that development. Very interesting. Second, the visuals of the anime is real good. I mean, like the area, character designs. I just think everything with the visuals was really impressive, and they really did justice to really capture the anime. And that what turns into the third thing, which I think that the soundtrack and the sound quality of the anime was definitely on par. Again, it's one of the top things that you can say that this anime really excel on. Hell, the soundtrack that Flying Lotus did is really amazing. Even the track that he had with Thundercat, which is the intro, Black Gold, I'm still banging that to right now. So that is very, very good. I really love it. And lastly, I think the action was kind of on point. Most of the action really was good. I mean, I didn't think the action was bad. I just think it not as strong, but it was still on point to where you can say, well, the action was good. Yeah. So now we got the good out the way. What are some things they could have worked on or just was bad? First, let's talk about the length of the anime. That is definitely a problem. I think that if you have to ask yourself what the anime could be lacking, if the anime is only 6 episodes, it's 30 minutes an episode, that means that it's only 30 hours and it's 1/8 of a day. In my opinion, maybe they should have been like a 2-part movie series they could have gave us, a quarter or something, just something to kind of like, you know, make that length understandable, because with it separating it to 6 episodes and only being 30 minutes, that's only going to take like a quick 3 hours to watch that. I mean, to be honest with you. So it's also going to be some things really lacking in there, and that's what brings me to my second thing, is that Saki, her being one of the main characters, not the solely like main character, but she's like in that roster of people that you need to look at, because Yasuke's whole journey focused around of getting Saki to this village and having her overcome the Daishi. But the biggest problem with Saki is that she has the biggest plot armor out of anyone in the anime. And I mean, this is how her plot armor worked. Now, she was sick at first. Like when you first seen her, she was laying in bed, she was coughing, and you see sort of her powers manifesting, which it came out that her powers was kind of like evolving around her sicknesses. Her powers were starting to manifest, her body was reacting to weird. But after you seen her in bed that one time, where's that sickness at? That sickness did not make itself present whatsoever. Then at the end of the anime, they was like, well, your sickness is gone. Yeah, I haven't even paid attention. It's like, god damn, like that plot armor was thick. Any fight that she was in, she really, to me, didn't face much of a danger like they trying to make it. I just feel as if that plot armor was very thick for her, and it should have been. It really should have been. That's what I mean about like having that length of that anime. Maybe it could have been more explained. Maybe she could have faced more hardships, could have her grow as a character. But that plot armor was very thick for her. I'm just saying, you know, that shit was crazy. I mean, really crazy, and it's not in a good way. I think she may even have more plot armor than Luffy. But nevertheless, and I think the third thing we can all agree on, besides Yasuke, character development was definitely a problem. I mean, there was characters that was introduced that really didn't get the light and the shine that they needed to be, and maybe that was done on purpose. I'm not sure, but you know, it definitely does become an issue where characters doesn't go through that certain level of maturity to kind of like grow as a character. And I can honestly say that's what happened, especially when it came to Saki and her, you know, standpoint. Like, you know, her sickness really didn't play an issue, which we already talked about the plot armor, but it wasn't really much hardship that she had to face. Like, where did she come from? You know, did something happen to her real family? What was going on with her? We really don't really know, and that's the thing. And maybe, you know, due to them making that announcement that there has still more plans for Yasuke, maybe that's going to come up in another like season or something. But however, as to the standpoint right now, not just only Saki, the mercenaries really didn't have room to grow. The people around them, or us seeing more of the past to really dignify certain character decisions, I think that really was a problem for me. So overall, if I had to score this, I would have to give it like a 6.5. The shortness of the anime really presented a problem to the anime, and I thought the idea of guys getting his own anime is still cool and everything, but it lacks certain structures to really stand out. And again, character development is something that I really take harsh, and I really is going to, the major problem with the score would be how short the anime is. Hopefully, again, with them announcing that they got more plans for Yasuke, that they look at these reviews, see what people are saying to make the right adjustments, so that next time they do a Netflix special, they can at least make the episodes at least like an hour long. If they're only going to do 6 episodes, but if they only going to keep it 30 minutes an episode, then we need at least about 12 to 24 episodes to really capture the story of Yasuke in a way. That's how I feel about it. But overall, with this, I'm giving it a 6.5. So again, thank you guys for definitely tuning into the video. And again, 4 subscribers away, I hit that 400, you're going to get a special announcement for it. So definitely let's hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. AshTheMan is out. Peace.